Episode 400. I failed maths, now I build with AI.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
I failed maths in my junior certificate. My results of the state exams were 5 A's, 3 B's and an E. The E was maths. More than 3 decades later, I build with and teach artificial intelligence for a living. And AI runs on probability, which is maths. So please don't think your brain isn't wired to use AI. Remember, AI is communications, not coding, and it won't replace you if you embrace it. Hello, and you're very welcome to this milestone episode 400 of AI 6, the podcast. I'm so pleased we've made it here together. If you've been listening from the beginning, thank you so much. If you've ever promoted, reviewed, or come on the podcast as a guest, thank you very much. And I really want to grow the numbers. We are almost at 20,000 downloads, and I know this is a very niche podcast, but this is growing over time. And I, my friends, am committed to upskilling 500,000 of you in AI in just 6 minutes a day. So I teach hundreds of people every month on AI. And I can see the fear and trepidation when I go into a room or join a Zoom room. And after I demystify artificial intelligence, then I see the fear. People are really afraid, and let me tell you, across all generations, that this technology is going to replace them. And also, they fear it because they think it's technical. But I want to share my experience. As somebody who failed junior certificate maths, and I did pass it for the Leaving Cert, but I dropped down from honours to pass maths. I also thought that. But when I saw the AI train coming down the tracks in November 2022 with the release of ChatGPT, I absolutely felt it in my bones that I had to lean the whole way in to AI because it was going to disrupt my business and disrupt my skill set. So Joanne got to work. So let's take it back. When you type a question into ChatGPT or Claude or Copilot or Gemini or your AI model of choice, the model is doing one thing. It is predicting the next word. It looks at everything you've written, and based on all the data that it has been trained on, it is trying to recognize a pattern, and it's called probability. What is the most likely word to come next? So, Mary had a little lamb is the most probable answer in that sentence. So that teenage girl who failed maths now teaches technology built on probability. And the people I teach, the ones that tell me they're not technical, are the ones that say their brains do not work that way, but they understand AI in minutes when I show them and we begin to work with the tools. And once they take the mystery out of it, they realize it's not a technical subject, it's a pattern subject. And humans, especially women who are juggling family careers, work, and 100 competing demands, are very good at patterns. And let me tell you about an experience I had last week. So I was working with a group of women who are in marketing and communications. They're senior, they're highly experienced, and they're so good at what they do. And as I walked them through generative AI, and we started with tools, we went to assistants, and then we went to agentic AI, I could absolutely see their minds being blown. And they were applying this technology to their day jobs. And that's the thing. Applied AI is a super new competency to have. And they were able to do it in a couple of hours. But I could sense something else. Again, that nervousness and that trepidation and that question. And I know they're thinking it before anyone says it, if they even do say it. And that's the worry of, will this take my job? So then I show them a graphic, and I do this in my classes. And you may have seen it, and I'm going to link it in the show notes in this podcast episode. And it's a population grid that breaks down the population of the world and how people are using AI. And it shows that 84% of the world have never used AI, 16% have tried it, 0.3% are paying for it, and 0.04%, a tiny red dot in the corner of the page, are building with it. They're creating custom assistants, they're designing workflows, and they're putting agents to work. And so I told them after our workshop series, you guys are now in the red dot if you apply artificial intelligence to your workplace and build meaningful AI solutions. I've taught them the tools, they have the knowledge, but now they've got to build their competency and their confidence by actually applying it every day in their workplace. Because remember, AI plus you is better. And that's the promise of AI. And that's also why this podcast, AI6, and the other free AI resources that I produce every month, every week, are critical, because I do want people to embrace this technology and embrace it for good. And we can create equity in the workplace if we empower our people with this technology. Many people feel disempowered and are pushing back on AI, and I absolutely understand. I see those people in front of me. We have those existential questions about how AI is changing the world, and not always for good. But I want to teach, mentor, and meet these people with the technology and empower them. And I'm excited. I'm excited about what I've been able to build with AI, and I have bigger ambitions with this technology, and I want to scale knowledge and opportunity to the people that I work with. And so I'm building AI for good. And also, I'm able to build ideas that I've had for years, but I didn't have the time, I didn't have the skill set, or I didn't have the budget to outsource it. But now I do, and you do. And so lean into the creative side of you, the innovation side of you. And how do we innovate in the age of AI? We actually look at our day job. We look at our business, our organization, our department, and we look at the problems that we have. And then we ask the question, how could AI solve this problem to make things better? And that's why in my classes, when we build out AI use cases, they come very, very quickly, because your sector knowledge, all those years of experience, your instinct for what a customer or a stakeholder needs is going absolutely nowhere. AI cannot replicate it, but what AI can do is it can build with your ideas, with your experience, with your nuance, with your context, with your direction, with your instructions, and with your oversight. And you are leading and you are innovating with the technology by your side. Empathy, ethics, emotional intelligence, lived experience, sector expertise, judgment. That's what you bring to the AI age. So, as we end episode 400 of AI6, I invite you to lean the whole way into artificial intelligence and let you see how you can become a frontrunner in the age of AI. That's it for today's show. If you're ready to turn these insights into skills, here's how I can help. Get your copy of my book, AI Playbook, on Amazon. It's the perfect companion to the show. For weekly AI strategies, subscribe to my newsletter, Human in the Loop, on LinkedIn. Or if you want to take the next big step, you can take our CPD accredited professional diploma in AI. Maybe you need something more tailored for your organization. You can book a call in my calendar at digitaltraining.ie. Or if you work in government or public sector, go over to publicsectormarketingpros.com. If you found this episode useful, please share it with a pro that you know. And I'd love to read your comments on Spotify. And if you can, take a second to like, rate, or subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps the show. This is AI6. I'll talk to you on the next episode.